We live. We back. Ringside Radio.
Yo.
Your boy Custom Made Menace. Talk to him.
Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Tweak. We live, baby. Yeah, what's good?
We back at it another week. This time we really live tonight. We're going to do a quick little recap of the week of wrestling. Then we're going to get into some battle rap talk also because we got some shit to talk about. Battle rap is definitely turning into entertainment right now. WWE shit.
Yeah, it definitely is turning into a bunch of some nonsense. Nonsense we don't even want to see, but we definitely going to talk about it though.
Thanks. We will break it down. First, we're going to go into a little bit of the weekly review, and then after that, we're going to get into our conversation about the battle rap talk. We're starting it off Monday Night Raw. Ass-kicking situation to start the show off. Your boy Brock Lesnar came up in there and clean house.
Definitely did. Like, he went wheels. Like, he gave us what we think is going to be a preview of SummerSlam, but we know what it is. I know what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. My man John Jones got him a courtside seat to SummerSlam. He's going to interfere in that match, and one of those other three is going to be the reason, going to capture the belt, but John Jones is going to be the reason why Brock Lesnar loses that belt. That's all I'm saying. I'm calling it right now.
I don't know. That's definitely what they were trying to do with that situation, the whole 3-on-1 situation, him trying to prove that he can handle fighting everybody else by himself. But you got to factor in the fact that now they pushing the storyline with John Jones, and if they're really going to make that fight happen, what better way to promote it than to have John Jones interfere in his last match on WWE and make him lose the belt?
Fact.
You got to redeem yourself in UFC? Ain't no better redemption than that.
Facts. All facts.
The poor Miz, him and his little Mr. Raj had to take the whipping. I was happy. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see no reason why these three people are even together, so I'm satisfied with the fact that they all got beat up. Another one of them situations of WWE wasting talent, but that was the start off of Monday Night Raw. What was after that? Oh, Sheamus and Seth Rollins match.
A screw job. That's what that was.
Another retarded
But leading
one.
into that, we knew what was going to happen. Basically, before that even happened, the whole Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins situation. Dean Ambrose not trusting Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose didn't come out to help Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins basically got his butt kicked by both Sheamus and Cesaro, with Sheamus picking up the pinfall over Seth Rollins. That's what that was right there.
I'm still trying to figure out if I'm good with the way that they're trying to do this whole Shield reunion thing yet. Like they're doing too much back and forth. I guess they are building the hype because the fans really went crazy for the part where Dean tried to give him the pound or whatever, and this time Seth decided to walk out like, nah, I'm good. So they're really going to keep it going all the way till SummerSlam. So I'll give them that. They're doing a good job of building that part.
Yeah, they're doing a real good job. Yo. I like that. I like how they doing it. It's cool for now. Just wait for them to get back together, and then we're gonna really see some stuff in the works.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna say they needed somehow, some way they got to figure out how to add Roman in there. If it's not the full Shield, it's not a Shield reunion. I'm sorry, you can't have partial Shield. I need the whole squad. If they really want to help Roman get his fame back like how he used to back in the day when people used to cheer for him, he gonna need that spot back in the Shield.
Facts. Agreed.
What else they gonna do with him? If he doesn't win the title this time, are they gonna keep fighting with Strowman more?
You said what?
If he doesn't end up winning the title at SummerSlam, what else are they gonna do with him? Keep on having him fighting Strowman? Or is he going to be the new number one contender to fight against Samoa Joe? Like, I don't want to see either one of those.
Once Roman loses, if he does not win a title, at SummerSlam, they're going to incorporate him into that Shield factor, that reunion. He might go after another title on Raw because Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are already going to grab the tag team. He can end up. They might throw him in some mid-tier or mid-card thing with Miz or something like that. He end up winning the Intercontinental Championship and all three of them ending the belts. It's a classic scenario because we've seen that with them before when Dean Ambrose had the U.S. Championship and Romans and Seth Rollins had the tag team belts. It could be one of those situations again.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what they need to make happen. Because after that is where they started messing up with Roman because they started overdoing it with the push of he got to be the top guy. When if we already know all three of them were stars, everybody in the Shield has been a heavyweight champion.
Facts, big facts, big facts.
Moving along, oh my God, the Big Cass, Big Show, and Enzo storyline still going. Now they're gonna have a match with fucking Enzo inside of a cage, hanging over the ring, from what I hear.
Yeah, they throwing Enzo in a excuse me.
What is it? The Shark Tank.
Yeah, they throw him in a shark cage. They pulling a little Jericho thing on him and throw him in a shark cage, which is another. I don't know what to do with this type of match, type of situation, or this kind of scenario thing. I just want to get it done and over with. So I'm just gonna put together a match, Big Cass, Big Show, throw a little stipulation in there, and see where it goes. It ain't like Enzo's a big factor anyway. Even if he wasn't suspended above the ring in the shark cage, he's not a factor because he's that trash of a wrestler. So
this is definitely one of those smoke break watches of the night. So there's no way I'll even care who wins from the Big Show and Enzo. I mean, from the Big Show and Big Cass. Like, who really cares? What happens? What if Big Show wins? So what? If Cass beat the Big Show, so what? Because right now we're just worried about what his next competition gonna be. And then again, what happens with Enzo? What is Enzo gonna do after this? Keep on going? You're gonna keep on trying to beat with Big Cass? We already know you can't beat him. There's only so much you can keep on trying to push that.
From what I've been reading, I've been reading up on getting on my Bleacher reports and seeing that Enzo got a lot of backstage heat as well, and it's really messing up his career. So they might send him back there. They might send him back to NXT or overall cancel his contract.
Yeah, they did. They were saying that his biggest problem is that he don't know how to take his character down. Like he acts like that all the time. It's not just during wrestling.
Yeah, he goes beyond.
So I can understand that because that would definitely annoy me after a while.
Yeah, he is from Jersey, man. We don't know how to act out over here. We be bugging all day.
Yeah, but that ball energy is too much. Like if he was the way he is talking on the mic all the time, like, all right, yo, I get it. All right, you hype, I got you. But relax.
I mean, I personally, if I seen Enzo, he's not like a guy that I would want to hang out with on a regular because he does too much for me. So yeah, he can't be taking his work home with him like that.
Yeah, that's the main problem because they got to be with him on the road all the time. So they, of course, after a while, it's going to start to get on your nerves. Like, it's cool to be with hype party people if that's what you're into, but at that time, that's not what's going on. They just be chilling, and he's still next level trying to be party guy.
Word. Got you. What else was going on Raw?
Right. I'm looking at it now. This dumbass Jason Jordan story. Jordan against a nobody. Like, what did we finish saying? There was no reason why these guys should be brought up like this. They faked the story with him being Kurt Angle's son. I already said the only way they're going to do it is try to force him into a title situation. And what they do the first night he got a match is against a nobody. Because he was supposed to face off against Curtis Axel, and Curtis Axel's hurt. Like, this is whack. What was the point of that? I don't care what happens with Jason Jordan. Yeah, exactly. They already getting him booed. Fresh career, you already starting off getting booed.
Yeah, I'm scratching that whole Jason Jordan thing. I can care less what they do with him.
I already said it. I don't have no Yeah, I ain't got nothing invested in Jason Jordan right now. He was a good wrestler, but you wasted it about what you're doing. He could have just went out there and wrestled, and people would have respected him more.
Word. He just filling in spots for them. That's all he doing. That's all he doing.
We're moving on. Sasha Banks, Alicia Fox, and Emma, they had a two three-way matches to determine the next number one contender. Of course, Sasha clean house on that one. I actually thought Emma was going to win.
Yeah, me too.
But Sasha won hers, and who was the other one? I don't even remember who was the other three girls. That's the one with
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax ended up watching them, yeah.
Yeah, Nia Jax. Nia Jax. I think Nia Jax is gonna beat Sasha next week and face Bayley. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna finally make Nia Jax the champion. That's what I'm seeing is about to happen.
Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt story, they pushing it. We got that match.
I like everything about that match. I like everything.
Me too. I'm hyped from the start to finish, and how the entrances are gonna be all the way to the end. I'm still waiting to see what they're gonna do.
This is one of the things they did right so far with the SummerSlam card on the Raw side. I like that. I like what they do. I like it a lot. They pushing it hard. They making me guess what's gonna happen next. I like that. I like everything that they're doing with that.
I just hope that he comes off as a demon, like we said last time.
Yeah. Gotta be. I can't wait to watch SummerSlam. Is it this week? No, I think we got one more week. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, we got one more week for that after this next week.
Right. So that means this week coming up will be crazy.
Yep, this is the final one where they got to put it on. And I was gonna say before we even get to it, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, dog, they need to chill. If they're gonna make it to the pay-per-view, they need to relax a little bit. Because they was wild. We're gonna get to that match in a minute, but let me run through these last ones. They had Akira Tozawa and Ariya Daivari. Who cares? Tozawa ended up winning. He's good money now. He's not injured no more. He's going back for another title shot. 205 really don't mean shit no more.
Nope.
And now, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman in the last man standing match.
That was a good match.
Dog, that was a good match.
That was a really good match. They rock out. I like them. I like that. I love the. See, I'm not tired of the Braun Strowman Roman saga because they always give me something. Yo, I like that. Them two big guys just going off, man.
When he threw the chair at him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
There was no dodging, no nothing. That was a full speed off his chair getting thrown at your face.
Yeah, you can't fake that. Can't fake that at all.
There wasn't no faking that. They definitely went in. The finish was the only part I got to complain about, though. Because we got to get one thing clear here. In a last man standing match, there are no rules. Strowman and Reigns was both laid out. The referee was counting a 10 count. Strowman was about to lose. All of a sudden, Samoa Joe comes out and starts choking Reigns, and the referee stops counting.
Fact.
Like, why did you stop counting? You were supposed to keep. There's no rules. It don't matter what Roman Reigns was going through right now. You were supposed to continue to count. But no, they waited till Samoa Joe choked him out, put him to sleep, and then after that, it was over.
Yeah, they cheated my man, yo. They cheated my man. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. Disrespectful.
I'm usually a Roman hater, but that one time I was just like, yo, what the hell? Like I always say, they always mess up the finishes.
Facts. But the ending for me, I liked it because I didn't expect it. I was looking around like, yo, where the heck Samoa Joe come from? And then I have a watch. I'm like, oh, my man.
For a minute, he was just hanging out the side. Like I'm like, yo, who was that? I thought it was a fan out the crowd that grabbed him. I ain't even gonna lie. For a minute, I really thought it was a fan out the crowd.
That man was chilling. He set that up nice. Real nice.
Samoa Joe next champ. We both agreeing?
Yep.
The fans need that. Listen to the people. Samoa Joe, new heavyweight champion. Quickly moving on. SmackDown Live. This one was a little bit more, not as much action as I would have expected. Little emphasis on the ladies at first. Yeah, on SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown got a lot of nonsense going on, man. Starting with Vince McMahon, he's very, very upset. Like, I've been watching reports all day. He's very, very upset.
Yeah, man.
That Nakamura even won. Besides even the move being dealt with, he's mad that Nakamura won. He wanted John Cena to win, but I guess they changed it last minute after that imploder, or whatever they called it. And that's what that was.
Let me tell you something that's getting me annoyed about Vince McMahon. These guys that they've been recruiting from the Indies, from New Japan, from ROH, TNA, wherever the hell they got them from, was doing these same moves before they got there. They starting to ruin wrestlers because they're scared that their top guys is going to get hurt. Then don't put them in the ring with them. Because Nakamura does that same sequence against everybody. All of a sudden, John Cena lands on his neck and is like, oh, I don't think I really wanted him to be the guy. Like, yo, come on, bro. This is what we need right now. Like we said, the closest thing to Attitude Era coming back. And if people's hard-hitting big moves, then some guys going to have to step to the side if they can't handle it. I respected John Cena for how he took it.
Another fact, I think John Cena went and talked to Vince McMahon. That's what I think. I think he went to go talk to Vince McMahon. And it ended up being what it was. Oh, that's cool. Nah, I mean, as long as it got it cleared up, but SmackDown, for me, SmackDown wasn't really all that to me, honestly. And besides, towards the end, it was.
What was the finish? Oh, the Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal match?
Yeah, that was rock because he finally got some peace, man. Randy Orton finally got his peace. Which he
Ain't
deserved.
it fucked up, though, how they give him the clear win on the SmackDown event, but they couldn't let him do that in that big-ass Punjabi prison match where he had to beat 3 people and then a giant on the outside?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was just too much. They do too much at Randy. Basically, what they're doing is they can't have wrestlers like Randy and John Cena getting too close to breaking Ric Flair's record. John Cena's already tied. Randy will be second after John Cena. Well, excuse me, after Ric Flair if John Cena passes him. You know what I mean? So that's just too much for them right now. They can't make those two guys champion right now. They can't do it. Especially at the same time not at the same time because they're on the same show. But they can't have John Cena become champion because that'll make him above Ric Flair right now. And excuse me. They can't give Randy Orton the belt because that's going to put him too close. And he just already had John Cena already tied a record. So now that'll be putting Randy Orton inching closer. So they got to have little bullshit in between that. I mean, we don't want to see that, but, that's what they're going to give us until it's time for them to, write that next chapter in them two superstars' lives. That's what I think. That's why I think they're holding them off from winning them championships. That's why.
I don't know. Heavyweight title needs to go. Please give it to Nakamura.
Oh, they're going to give it to him.
I'm afraid because of this whole Vince McMahon situation. That's the only reason why I'm saying I hope they keep the power in Triple H's hands. Because right now I do not want to see him get fucked over because Vince is scared of people getting hurt.
Facts. Agreed. But I think,
I'm trying to skim through these shows.
I think John spoke with Vince, so everything should be cool. It should be cool. Maybe we can go back to.
Oh, did you see the situation with Shane McMahon and AJ and Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I seen that.
If KO ain't one of the most master manipulators they got in the game right now, I don't know who is. First, he played in the video of AJ Styles putting him through a car window. Then he played the video of all the way back then when Shane did the screw job on Stone Cold. Starts a little fight, and AJ ends up kicking Shane McMahon by mistake. That's really, I don't know how they're going to be able to handle that little referee situation coming up for that.
You know how it's going to go down. You know. It's gonna be a BS job, but I think Shane McMahon, only way Shane, like Shane said, he's only gonna get involved if he has to get involved. And I think Kevin Owens is gonna, if he's gonna push him to be involved.
I'm saying this is the build-up for a future match between Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. I'm calling that right now. We already saw AJ Styles versus Shane. They're going to try to build this up all the way to WrestleMania, and we're going to see Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens, if they can even wait that long. I'm just thinking there's no real other big pay-per-view between now and WrestleMania that they could really do it that would mean that much.
I agree. I'm looking up stuff right now. Let me see what they got on the forums. I read a lot of those too.
And I was skipping through the lady stuff, but they had the Carmella match with Naomi. Oh yeah, man. Ellsworth, Mr. No Chin came back. Of course, had to get involved in the match. I don't even know where the hell he came from. Charlotte ended up having to beat up on little Lana. I still don't understand why they're trying to push her as a wrestler. She is not built for this shit. She's out there getting washed.
Yo, guys, I have to say this. Happy anniversary to D-Generation X. As of today, it's been
20 years, right?
It's been 20 years since one of the greatest factions of all time was put together. Today is that day. And a lot of superstars did a photo shoot honoring D-Generation X today. I saw the video. It was a really dope video. You got time, check it out. If you was ever a DX fan or ever told your teacher to suck it or whatever the case may be, please go check that video out on YouTube. It's definitely a dope video. Just had to get that out there.
I totally forgot about the DX shit. Yeah, that's like 20 years, damn. Yo, every time you think about that, that should make you feel old. Like, we was there when it started.
I'm up here looking at a video.
I remember the beginning of D-Generation X. And that's what it was, the whole squad. China, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to China, who's never going to go into the Hall of Fame.
That's crazy. That's crazy and disrespectful.
Should have been one of the first females in the Hall of Fame, but whatever.
China, Road Dogg, X-Pac, Badass Billy Gunn, Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Yep.
Old school.
I'm looking at this picture right now. Nakamura doing the Shawn Michaels pose wearing a D-Generation X shirt. Like, it was definitely dope. Definitely dope.
Well, it's history for everybody.
And WWE Network is about to launch in China.
Uh-oh.
Start they launch in China.
You already know what that means. They about to start pulling off new talent from over there, too. That same thing that happened with the UK tournament. As soon as they got involved with the UK, all this new talent started getting brought in. So we're about to see the same damn thing happen over there. I think that was pretty much it, right? With the ladies, Charlotte and Lana.
Yeah.
That was the only other one.
Yeah, it wasn't too much going on.
pretty much it. I guess it was pretty late for the SmackDown talk. Raw was popping. Next week is definitely going to be crazier because of this whole SummerSlam about to be up. You already know the Monday before and the Monday after got to be lit.
Yeah, leading up the week before pay-per-views are always lit, so I wasn't expecting too much. Raw gave us a little bit more than I expected, which is cool. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. SmackDown was very bland.
I mean, this week the one thing I gotta say is that I'm calling. They gotta have a part where all four of them is in the ring at the same time. Brock, Braun, Samoa Joe, and Roman Reigns. It's the one last time before the pay-per-view. You know a big fight gotta break out.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's about to get real.